Listen up, gumshoes. This message will self-destruct. What's up? It's just gonna be another life at 50 or after 50 or video. And it's about spinosis. The reason why I'm talking about it is because I want to. Okay? It's called YouTube. YouTube. But I thank you guys for chiming in. Uh, there are some, there are a lot of people with back problems, but my back problem is for two reasons. One, a injury I got from two car accidents, and I already talked about that. But another one is I have spinosis, or spinal stenosis, or whatever they call it. Oh, basically, it's a narrowing of the spine, and I've always had it. And what I didn't know until today was Earl Campbell also has it. And, he's had 4 surgeries. That's basically why I wanted to talk about it, is because, you know, there are a lot of people who have spinal problems. And now with medical breakthroughs and laser technology and all this other stuff. Okay, well, let's look at it like this. Earl Campbell has screws in his back. He's had 4 or 5 surgeries, and every time he moves, he's in pain. And I don't know what he's been doing lately, but I think it stopped. I didn't watch the whole documentary. But nonetheless, what he was doing, eventually the pain was so great for him that he thought about actually killing himself. And the reason why he didn't is, of course, because he loves his kid, and he was like, "Yeah, my uncle did that," and in his bed with his wife. So he faced the gun the other way, and his wife's over here, so he shot this way so that it wouldn't harm her. But did it right in front of his wife. I'm sure that wasn't a great experience for her, but nonetheless, this just shows how much pain that you're in. Okay, this just shows how much how jacked up your nervous system is, and I mean, my nervous system is it's playing tricks on me. I can tell the older I get, some things I can't do that I used to. You know, standing for a long time, sitting for a long time, um, lifting heavy weight constantly. Like listen, I can go in the gym right now and probably deadlift over 400 pounds. I have no doubt in my mind that I can do it. Uh, because not too long ago, months ago, during the summer, I don't deadlift because of my back problems, but I went in there and I was just like, let me try it. So I did 135 easily. I did 225, no sweat. I did 315 like 4 or 5 times, and then I stopped. And I was like, I could easily go up to 5 plates. I know that I can go up to 5 plates. But the problem that I have is not lifting the weight. The problem I have is after I lift the weight. So of course my back was locked up after that. I was just constantly trying to stretch it out and stuff like that. And for those of you who have back problems, you know that the blood circulation, I talked about this before. Reason why people get back massages is because the layers of muscle within your back, there are all kind of layers of muscle, and blood is what actually is what heals you. This is why your arm muscles and they heal faster because you're using them more. Well, you don't use your back like you use your legs and your arms. You know what I'm saying? So the circulation isn't getting back there, and you know healing you. This is why you have to go and get, like I used to get people to walk on my back, and get people to put pressure on your back. Is because the blood circulation is actually what is healing the muscle part, but the spinosis part, you can't heal that. Your spinal column's getting smaller. And it's pinching your nerves, and it just hurts. Now, uh, my doctors have given me painkillers, over the counter. I don't take the, I don't take the prescription really terrible stuff, the oxycodone and all that. As a matter of fact, I don't even take what they give me for pain. And the reason why is because I don't want to get hooked on painkillers. I don't want to be codependent. So I suffer every day. I wake up in pain, I go to bed in pain, I sleep in pain, and it's painful. And the people who used to walk on my back, they don't live around here no more. So I'm gonna have to go get some little Asian woman to do it. But I'm gonna have to go and pretty much see a therapist. Is what's gonna happen, and or get a masseuse and just get somebody to, some professional to do it. But what I do is, for one, I do a stretch. Like I'm stretching every day now instead of sitting in a chair, and I still work out and stuff like that. Like I can still bench press 315. You know what I'm saying? And I could probably do it more than once if I want to. If I start going to gym, and so there's nothing wrong with my upper body. People like, you're fat. I'm just like, yeah, but I'm strong. I'm stronger than your dad. So shut up. I'm probably older than your dad too, and I'm stronger than your dad. So I don't want to hear nothing about me being fat. Yeah, I know that you know, I got more weight than what I used to, but I'm stronger than what I used to be too. You know what I'm saying? And I did that because when I was diagnosed, I was like, I know I'm gonna get fat. Like I blew up. I gained like 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I know I'm gonna get fat because I can't run like I used to. And I used to be a long distance runner. I used to run a mile in 4:26. You know, but my knees ain't having none of that. And they're like, I dare you to go out and run. Last time I went out and ran, I was out for 2 weeks. Like my muscle, oh my God, the cartilage in my knees. Oh, the pain really, really hurts. So I was like, okay, I get it. We're not doing that anymore. And no amount of naproxen is going to help you. So that's what they give me. They give me naproxen and they give me ibuprofen. Naproxen is for your joint pain and ibuprofen is for your muscle pain, I think. I don't know. But nonetheless, so, watching the show, what Earl Campbell's going through, he's got it worse than I do. He's older than me, too. So it's like, dang, is this what I got to look forward to? Now, I was also watching not Judge Joe Brown. I don't like him. The other one, the cool one from Chicago. Forgot his name. Anyways, he had spinal problems too, and he went and had laser surgery. Boom, fixed him. I'm afraid to have surgery. I don't want to be any worse than what I am. Now, when I say I use Qi for pain, I study Qigong. You know what I'm saying? I am not a martial artist. I don't want, I'm not that dude. I study the healing, factors of Qigong. And I started doing it because I didn't want to be strung out on prescription drugs. So I looked it up and I was like, oh, how do you do that? And it's just like, chi is free. It's a free energy out there. You just got to, spiritually connect with it and you can, suck it in and pretty much use it. And that's what I started doing. I'm using it now. I use it all the time, but sometimes I really concentrate and I notice some positions that you're in that you can really get yourself a good dose of it. Now I went to a doctor's appointment and the doctor was just like, female doctor, she was like, look, I noticed that you have spinal stenosis, and you're not ordering a lot of painkiller. And she was like, what's going on? I was like, I use Chi for pain. Now she's from India, so she's looking at me like, oh, really? Her eyes got all big, like what? About Chi? I was just like, yeah, it's on the internet. It was like, what I'm saying? When you're looking for painkillers, or natural ways to heal yourself, yeah, you study all kind of stuff and you run across Chi and you see people doing all this, lighting stuff on fire. I'm not interested in lighting things on fire. I'm interested in the healing part of it. And but basically, so I start studying it and then I start talking to her about it, and she was fascinated by the fact that, like, I can't be lying because I've been diagnosed with it for over, a couple years. And she can look at my record and see that I don't order a lot of pain medicine. I hardly ever take it. It doesn't mean I'm not in pain because I'm always in pain, but it means that you're doing something to cope. You're using some type of coping method, some type of painkiller, some type of something. And the answer is, I'm using Chi to do it. That's what I do. And sometimes I get a good dose of it, and sometimes I get a casual dose of it. But I'm using it now, and I can already tell my back is feeling better. I use it sometime when I walk. I use it when I shadow box. Um, and that's where I really got into it because I was doing some shadow boxing and throwing some punches. This is me throwing punches. This is me shadow boxing. Pew pew. So I was doing, some shadow boxing, and I still have decent reflexes. I can still, I can hit something pretty hard. And then I noticed that I said, well, if I use chi, my muscles are getting tired. Let me see what the effect is. And the effect is you can go longer when you're using chi. You still get tired. I did a whole video on swimming when I was using chi to slow down my breathing. Yeah, because after you get out the pool, you're all, and then I used chi and then it went away. So chi is a very effective way of, it's a very effective painkiller, is what I wanted to say. So you guys who are commenting and saying, yeah, I work, I use my back all the time and so on and so forth. And you guys look it up. Try it out. I'm not a, well, let me say this. I am a proponent of chi. It's free. It's not a drug. It's not something bad. It's not like you're going to go out and be some old wise man, even though we all need to be wiser. But it will keep you out of the doctor's office. That's my whole point. It'll keep you out of the doctor's office. And believe it or not, it will make you actually stronger. Because if you're in more pain, then you don't want to do stuff. You're in less pain, you want to go out, you want to go to the gym. So if you keep going to the gym, you get stronger, or you keep the strength that you have. Like I said, I can bench press 315 pounds. Just a couple months ago, I could go in there and do 335, easy once. But I stopped going because I start, doing all this other stuff that I had to get done. And so I couldn't go to the gym as much. But now that that's slowed down, I'm going to start hitting the gym again because I want to get up to like 350 once. And for those of you who don't believe I can lift this kind of weight, look at my Instagram. TTONE202. Tone 202 with two T's. Look at my Instagram. And you'll see that, I'm not lying to you. I can really lift this kind of weight. And nose is running. Sorry. I can lift this kind of weight like right now today. I can still do it. So I may look fat to you, but there's a lot of muscle up under this shirt. And, I'm not trying to boast or anything. What I'm trying to tell you is I have a serious disease that I can't fix on my own. And I'm using a natural element that we all can use to help me sustain my strength. And so you guys should check it out too. Young, old, just check it out because it really does help. And there it is, another Life After 50 video. It's your boy Tone 202. God loves you. Peace.